Have you ever wondered if your destiny is set in stone, or if you hold the power to change it? This story will show you just how much power you truly have. This story takes us back to a time when cities weren't filled with bright lights, and village lanes still carried the earthy fragrance of wet soil. In a small corner of one such village, under the shade of an old tree, sat a 13-year-old boy. His clothes were torn, his lips were dry, and his eyes were filled with a pain no child should ever know. His name was Mohan. Mohan was born into a poor family. His parents were daily wage laborers, struggling to earn even 2 meals a day. But one day, a terrible flood changed his life forever. The raging water swept away his home, and his parents went missing, never to return. When the flood waters finally receded, Mohan was left all alone. No home, no parents, no one to turn to. Life had suddenly become a difficult test. For a few days, the villagers helped him, but soon they began to ignore him. Some whispered, "Orphans have no future," while others murmured, "He'll just end up begging." At such a young age, Mohan realized a harsh truth. He had to build his own life. But how? With a glimmer of hope in his heart, he started walking toward a nearby city. He believed he might find work there. But the city was far harsher than he'd imagined. On the busy streets, all he saw were crowds of people, so caught up in their own lives that no one noticed his hunger or his pain. For several days, Mohan was forced to beg for food, but his heart wasn't at peace. One night, while sitting on a footpath, a middle-aged man noticed him. He wore simple clothes, but there was a depth in his eyes. He asked, "Son, why are you begging like this?" Mohan replied softly, "I have no other way. What else can I do?" The man took a deep breath and said, "Have you ever heard that destiny helps those who help themselves? If you want, I can show you a better path than begging." Mohan was surprised, but there was something in the man's voice that touched his heart. Gathering his courage, he asked, "Who are you, and what can you teach me?" The man smiled kindly. "My name is Kashi. I work at a nearby shop. If you're willing, I can teach you something that will help you live without ever having to beg." Again, Mohan couldn't understand why this stranger wanted to help, but he had nothing to lose. He nodded and said, "Please, teach me." Kashi took Mohan to a small shop that sold sweets, snacks, and daily items. He said, "If you work here, you'll earn your own money. But remember, patience and honesty are the most important parts of hard work." Mohan immediately agreed. The next day, he started his new job. At first, he just swept the floor and washed utensils. His body was tired, but his heart was filled with a new hope. When the day ended, the shopkeeper gave Mohan 5 rupees and a warm roti. It was the first time Mohan had earned money through his own effort. He held the roti in his hands, smelled its warmth, and thought how different this was from the dry crumbs of begging. Kashi watched him and said, "See, hard work has its own flavor. But this is only the beginning. The real journey starts when you decide to stand on your own 2 feet." That day, Mohan made a promise to himself. He would never beg again. He continued working at the shop, but soon realized that just sweeping floors wouldn't change his life. He wanted to learn more. One day, he asked Kashi, "Can I learn something else?" Kashi saw the spark in Mohan's eyes and said, "If you truly want to learn, you must not fear new responsibilities." He then taught Mohan how to count money and talk to customers. Slowly, Mohan began to understand how the shop ran. He realized that destiny doesn't change by waiting. It changes when we decide to change it ourselves. Mohan was no longer just a boy who cleaned. He was always eager to learn. By observing customers, he understood which items sold the most and what people liked. One day, while the shop owner was away, a customer came in and said, "Brother, give me 1 kilo of gram flour." Mohan froze for a moment. He had never done this before. But he gathered his courage, went inside, found the packet, weighed it, and gave it to the customer. When the shop owner returned and heard what happened, he was impressed. "You're learning fast, Mohan. If you keep working like this, you'll go far." These words filled Mohan with happiness. For the first time, he truly felt capable. Days passed, and Mohan became skilled at every task in the shop. But success is never easy. One day, the shop was crowded. In a hurry, Mohan handed the wrong item to a customer. The customer got angry and complained to the owner. The shopkeeper scolded him, saying, "If you can't handle the shop, don't do this job." Mohan was heartbroken. "Maybe I'm not meant to do something big," he thought. Kashi noticed his sadness and called him aside. He said, "Son, failure doesn't mean you've lost. True victory lies in standing back up after a fall." Hearing this, Mohan's eyes lit up again. He promised himself he would work even harder. He didn't just serve customers anymore. He started learning how to manage the entire shop. Every day, he asked questions and learned more. One day, Mohan asked Kashi, "Can I open my own shop someday?" Kashi smiled and said, "If you work hard and stay patient, nothing is impossible. But you must believe in yourself and give it time." Mohan decided he didn't want to work for someone else forever. He wanted his own shop, but he had no money. How would he get the funds? He realized that running a shop required three things: money, experience, and trust. He had already gained experience and earned trust, but he needed money. He asked Kashi, "Can I take on more work to save money?" Seeing his dedication, Kashi smiled. "Yes, son. For those who work hard, doors always open." He introduced Mohan to a vegetable vendor. Mohan decided he would work on the vegetable cart in the mornings and evenings, and at the shop during the day. His routine became even more challenging. Working from morning till night, whether it was summer heat or pouring rain, Mohan never backed down. His legs would ache, but at night, he would smile, looking at the small pile of coins he had saved. These coins were the result of his sweat and hard work. Slowly, his savings grew. He didn't waste a single rupee. After a few years, he had saved enough to buy a small food cart. With the shop owner's permission, he started his own little tea and snack stall. The first day he served tea, his eyes filled with tears. This wasn't just tea. It was the taste of struggle, patience, and effort. People loved his tea, and soon a crowd started forming at his stall. The same Mohan who once begged on the streets was now building a life with his own hands. His stall became so popular that people from nearby areas started recognizing him. One day, Kashi came to visit. "Look, son, today your hard work brought you here. This is what destiny truly is when your own hands shape your future." Mohan smiled and touched his feet. "What you taught me is what changed my life," he said. Now, Mohan not only took care of himself, but also began teaching other poor children how to work and earn. He told them, "If you work hard, you will never go hungry." Years passed. Mohan's tea stall became a small hotel. He now had his own house, a better life, and most importantly, an unshakable belief in himself. One night, as he sat in front of his hotel, he saw the same old footpath where he once begged. His eyes filled with tears, not of sorrow, but of contentment. Mohan had become living proof that destiny favors those who work hard. It doesn't change by waiting. It changes through honest effort and determination. Like Mohan, if we believe in ourselves, work hard with patience, and never give up, life will reward us with success. Instead of giving up, it's better to start any small work, because true success is the one we earn with our own hands. Thank you for listening. If this story inspired you, please like, share, and subscribe for more motivational content. See you in a new video. Until next time.